Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the brand new Chanel foundation, which is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua Compact. Now, if you watch my videos on a more regular basis, you might know that I'm obsessed with the Chanel bases. I absolutely adore the original Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I think it's one of the best foundations out there on the market, so I was really excited to hear that they were releasing a compact version. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer at the beginning. I have normal to dry skin, and this is obviously a cream foundation. Well, not obviously, it is a cream foundation. I have not been a fan of cream foundations in the past, even though they're often formulated for normal to dry skin and they're meant to be quite moisturising. I often find them quite dry. I don't know if it's just me, but personally I would have thought they're better for oilier skins and then powder them, to be honest. I know that's like not what most people think, but me having normal to dry skin, I've found them to be quite drying in the past. Anyway, that is just kind of a little bit of past experience for you. So either way, even though it was cream, because it was part of the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua line, I was really excited to try it. Now, first off, for the packaging, it comes in this big, it's actually quite a chunky compact. It's quite big, as you can see, and it's quite thick. You can open it up and it does have a nice mirror. It has the sponge that it comes with. Some people love these, some people hate them. You can throw it away if you want to. And then the thing that I like most about this packaging is that it actually comes with a seal for the makeup, because any of you who have tried cream foundations in the past and don't use them up very quickly know that they do dry out quite quickly. The one thing about this seal though is that it tends to kind of pop itself open when you don't want it to, just when it's meant to be shut and you go to open it and it's already kind of half open, unless you really kind of have to push it down. Anyway, another thing that I find interesting about the packaging is that, see now I said that I can't open it, is that the actual compact pan pops out. So I'm wondering whether Chanel are going to stock refills of this. I don't know at the moment, but I'd be interested to find out, because it would definitely be a kind of cheaper way to repurchase it. So that's the packaging. I do really like it. It's really sturdy and nice. Onto the product. The product is very creamy, as you would expect from a cream foundation. It's actually formulated with 24% water, which sounds very high, although I'm not entirely sure what percentage of water other cream foundations have. But it is a very nice texture. It's very creamy, very soft. It blends beautifully into the skin, and more importantly, it leaves an absolutely gorgeous finish on the skin. I wore this, well, I've been wearing it for the last few days, and I've received quite a few compliments on how kind of nice and glowing my skin looks, which is not really like that odd, but normally wearing normal foundations that doesn't really happen very often. It might happen every now and again, but I've noticed with this foundation, I think I've had about 3 or 4 people mention it since I've been wearing it for the last 3 or 4 days, which is pretty good going, I think. In terms of kind of coverage, it's definitely a medium coverage foundation, but it is a little thicker than your kind of normal medium coverage foundation. Chanel sell it as a medium coverage foundation, but for me this is probably the high end of coverage that I would wear, especially for the daytime. It wears well. I'd say it lasts a good maybe 5 to 6 hours without touching up if you powder it, and then just a tiny touch up in the middle of the day, and it'll keep you going throughout the whole day. I think it wears really nicely. It doesn't kind of wear off in like through the T-zone and stuff. I find a lot of foundations throughout the day you'll go back and your kind of T-zone will just be not looking great, but the rest of your face will still be there. It wears quite nicely. It leaves a really beautiful kind of radiant finish. It's not too matte, it's not too glowy, it's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's very natural, which I really like. I found so far the best way to apply it is with a synthetic flat top brush, which looks like this, and just kind of really buff it into the skin, and it leaves a really flawless finish. I know a lot of people hate the sponges. As you can tell, I've used the sponge to try it out, and to be honest, it soaks up quite a lot of products. I think you're wasting a lot of products, and it also applies it quite heavily. So if you want to use it more of a kind of high coverage foundation or as a concealer in certain areas, definitely the sponge would be good for that. And it's great for on-the-go top-ups, but if you're applying it as a kind of full-on foundation, then I don't think I'd recommend it for that. Now, on to the kind of bad points about it, because that is all the good and I do really love it. The one downside to this product, it is Chanel, so I was expecting it to be expensive. However, I wasn't expecting it to be £39, which I think is very expensive for a foundation. just as a bit of a comparison, the liquid version of the foundation is £31, so there's an £8 difference. And as you can see, the packaging is a lot nicer. I can kind of tell with the nice compact why there is a slight difference. But in terms of the actual product, and let's face it, most of the time with foundation, you are not purchasing for packaging, you are purchasing for the product. So personally, I think the price is the major criticism I have for this foundation. If it was £31, I think I would be much more likely to repurchase it. Having said that, I definitely will use this and I definitely love it. I really, really like it. I've actually found my favourite way to use it is to use it as a top-up when I'm wearing the liquid foundation. So I'll put this on in the morning and then top up throughout the day with the cream foundation. I think it looks really, really lovely kind of used together. Having said that, when I compare them, if you're going to go for one, I would definitely go for the liquid foundation. For me, I just prefer it. I like the way it applies better. And generally I just prefer liquid foundations, so maybe I'm a little bit biased with that. However, if you're already obsessed with this like me and you want to try it, I would definitely recommend trying it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're willing to spend the money, I don't think you're going to be massively heartbroken with this because it is a great product. But like I said, it's got a hefty price tag. Shade wise, they actually make this foundation in 13 shades, but they only sell 6 shades in each country, depending on the kind of demographic of the country. I think they choose the shades. In the UK, they've got B1 to 50. As a bit of a reference, I'm either B20, B30 or B40, depending on the time of year. So quite a limited shade range. They've actually got B54, which is a little bit deeper, but it is quite a limited shade range. If you've got a darker skin tone, if you're really tanned, it might not be for you. If you're really pale, equally, like if I'm B20, if you are a real kind of English rose complexion, very, very pale, it also might not be for you. Yeah, so that is it for my review of the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua Compact Foundation. I would love to know what you guys think of it if you tried it already. I know it's been out in the States a little bit longer than the UK, and I'm not sure kind of worldwide. Chanel always have kind of very different release dates throughout the world, but it's just come out in the UK. You can get it now. I think it came out on Saturday. So yeah, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you've been using it like with oilier skin or drier skin, and just kind of see what you think, because I'd love to know if I'm like alone in the thinking that I've got dryish skin and I don't like cream foundations because I feel like they're drying, because I've always been told the opposite, but that's just how I feel. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the review and I will see you in the next video. Bye!